But, as promised, the Crocodile Dundee of immigration, the man who's slogging through the jungles of Panama and Colombia, the guy sort of being kidnapped by the cartel, want to know what you're doing here, bro, right? He just got back from the Mexico-Guatemala border. I mean, no one else is doing this. The guy wrote this book right here. It's a great book. It's a classic. Since nobody in the world is covering this story like Todd Bensman of the Center for Immigration Studies, just know, everybody that's here 3 generations from now, the only man that was chronicling the journey was Todd Bensman. This is his book. It's a terrific one. It's called Overrun: How Joe Biden Unleashed the Greatest Border Crisis in U.S. History. I think that's just a fact now. That's not even opinion. It's just a fact. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing great. Thanks for that intro. I'm totally stealing that Crocodile Dundee of immigration.
All right, let's do this. Let's introduce the listening public here to your latest piece of work. You're on a fucking raft. What's the name of the river that is the border between Mexico and Guatemala?
That's the Rio Suchiate.
Okay.
So,
this is Todd on the river Rio Suchiate.
Hi, I am on the Rio Suchiate River, which is the boundary between Guatemala and Mexico. This is where hundreds of thousands of U.S.-bound immigrants are crossing to get to the United States eventually. But right now, the Mexican government is hemming them up and blocking their northward progress in the southern state of Chiapas. This is Chiapas over here, Mexico. They're all headed over there, but what will happen is they'll find their pathway blocked under a diplomatic agreement with the Biden administration back in December to lessen the congestion at our border for the Democratic Party's election campaign for president. They succeeded in bringing the numbers way down by blocking them up in Chiapas State and in Tabasco State. But this is where they're crossing. They're still continuing to cross. A lot of the immigrants say that they are coming because they are fearful that Donald Trump will win a re-election and close the American border. So there is a panic, an urgency among the migrants to make this trip, to get over this river and just find some way to get to the American border. The Guatemala side now is, we're told, ridden with gangs that are controlling the trade now. Whereas once they used to just pay these guys 100 pesos to cross back and forth, they're having to pay $100 a head cash before they can get on one of those boats. And it has to be escorted. So a lot of these boats have an escorted, like a coyote on them, and you can see them. I tried to talk to one a little bit earlier and I couldn't do it. But I'm Todd Bensman with the Center for Immigration Studies on the Rio Suchiate River, right smack dab between Guatemala and Mexico.
There's another one. Ese que viene allá, tampoco. Vas allá arriba, mire. Es que queremos.
That is some wild ass shit. That, Todd, man, I mean, amazing work. Bravo.